Howdy Earthlings. I mentioned this project last year when I was announcing it for people to be able to join and help with the project, but now I'm announcing it because it's out. But I'm in a charity cookbook called Furries in the Kitchen. It's a collaborative cookbook featuring art from a large variety of artists, writers, and recipes. I have 2 recipes in the cookbook, and today I'll show you one of them alongside a recipe from another participant. I'll also show you a bit of my other recipe, but I have to keep it a little bit secret. If you want to get the whole recipe book and get my recipes for my special beef stew, my recipe for very cheap but filling potato soup, and 11 other recipes like arroz con pollo, Cincinnati chili, and chicken cookies, and more, then check out the link on screen and in the description and in the comments. Remember that this is a charity cookbook and the funds go to securing safe foods to help make safe food accessible to those with specialized diets. In addition to those recipes, you'll get a Telegram sticker set and some YCH templates. Trust me, you're going to want to get it for my beef stew recipe. It's unlike any other beef stew you've ever had. It also has a special ingredient or 2 to set it apart, so again, for $7 you get 2 recipes of mine, 1 that I haven't shared anywhere else, 11 other recipes, Telegram stickers, and YCH pages for just $7, and you get to help people with dietary restrictions at the same time. You can find the buy page at bit.ly/furriesinthekitchen. Now, for the 2 recipes I'll be sharing, the first is Almost Heaven Roasted Pumpkin Seeds by Tink Fairfeather with really cool art from Junior. I like seeds, so I'll have to try this one out when pumpkins are in season again. The art for this one is also really cool. I like Junior's art. They did the stills for the thumbnails that you see every so often, the ones with me making faces and whatnot. Well, that didn't describe anything. That just described all of them. Anyway, the ingredients are simple, just pumpkin seeds, which you'll likely have left over from jack-o'-lanterns later this year, a stick of butter, olive oil, and salt. I suggest kosher salt or something like that, but table salt would also work. 3 easy steps too. Just preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, lay seeds on a sheet pan like a roasting pan so it has raised edges, drizzle oil on the seeds, and then sprinkle some salt on, and then put some slices of butter on top, and then put in the oven and bake until golden. Take them out, and then let them cook a bit with the residual heat. Super simple, great use of stuff that you would just normally throw away. The next recipe, I'm going to just read you the story of the beginning paragraph so that you can see why you would want to get this recipe, but I can't reveal all the secrets to you here. I have people watching me trying to get it. This is Sarah's Bangin' Meaty Stew. You can just call it Sarah's Stew for short. The art is by Reckless Raccoon Studios. You probably could have just guessed that from the picture because it's a picture of a raccoon. But you can see this same little raccoon feller here enjoying the hell out of my stew. They know what's good. So here's the introduction for it. What makes my beef stew so special that I'm staking claim to it? One ingredient, and it's my favorite one. I love pop, soda, soft drink, cola, Coke, whatever you want to call it, and yes, it's going in beef stew. You might think that there's something wrong with me, and you'd be right. It's that you're going to be eating my special stew, and I won't be getting any of it. I actually haven't shared this recipe with anyone before this cookbook. I originally came up with this idea when I was making brisket one day. Around sometime in the 80s, a recipe for brisket popped up that used a can of pop instead of wine. I thought, if red wine can be replaced with pop and brisket and be delicious, then certainly it'd work for beef stew too. My partners gave me weird looks after I told them what was in it, but after they tried it, they asked me to make it until they got sick of it. Now, thanks to my generous and kind-hearted nature, you too can make your friends sick of beef stew. TLDR, just trust me, a can of soda makes beef stew even better. There's of course more to it than that. A lot of it's of course going to involve technique, as most cooking does. As you can see, there is a special ingredient there, and good luck trying to figure out when the cola goes in without my help. Just please buy the cookbook. But if you want to know how to cook this one in full, as well as the full ingredients list, you're going to need to buy the book. The last recipe I'll show you is my full potato soup recipe. Mine is a little special. I didn't put a normal potato soup recipe in here. That'd be boring. Instead, it's a little spicy and has a couple non-standard ingredients in it to influence the flavor and the color. It won't look like most of the potato soups you've seen. I won't read the full recipe because it is quite long, but I will show you the recipe on screen. The artist for this one is Anna Clava, and I'm on the page this time. You can see me. Sarah Proto's Potato Soup. The introduction for this one. This potato soup recipe was created out of necessity. Before I became a YouTuber, I was born into a poor family, so the need for cheap food has always ever been a present need for me. Fast forward 30 years and I'm still poor and in need of cheap, delicious soup to feed my army of partners. It's not easy being Polly. The main feature of this dish is, of course, the potatoes, which are well known for being the most filling food there is, and the rest of the ingredients are things you probably already buy. There are lots of options for substitution here, and you can easily make it for vegans or vegetarians, and best of all, you don't need a bunch of dishes to make it, you can do this with just one pot. TLDR. If you think soup can't be a meal or filling, then prepare to have that belief challenged. The ingredients list is somewhat simple. Like I said, it's mostly stuff that you have in your house. 3 large russet potatoes or Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold are better, but russet potatoes are much more accessible and easy to find, and you can get them really, really big too. 1 pack of bacon. The thickness doesn't matter with the bacon. The bacon is used for more than just flavor. The flavor does really make a difference. Blythe said that she doesn't like eating this soup unless it has bacon in it. She's just a picky eater, but like she'll eat it regardless because I'm not gonna make anything else. What am I gonna do? Make multiple meals in a day? What is this? A restaurant? The bacon is there for more than just the flavor. The bacon's grease is used to cook the potatoes, so that of course does have an influence on the flavor. But you're gonna want a pack of bacon. It doesn't matter what thickness you have. It's there for the flavor and for the grease that you'll need. Optionally, you may need 2 tablespoons of butter, margarine, or oil. That's because the bacon might not produce enough grease to fully coat the potatoes. 2 tablespoons of flour. The grease and the flour combine to make a sort of roux, and that's used as a base for the soup in order to make it thick. 2 cups of milk. You can optionally use soy milk. 2 cups of either beef, chicken, mushroom, or vegetable broth. If you want a more meaty flavor, I would use the mushroom broth, but it doesn't matter. You're going to make it meaty anyway because the next ingredient is a teaspoon of MSG. So MSG, this might be difficult for you to find, but it's actually available in most stores. You just don't know it. MSG, monosodium glutamate, has got a bad rap as being unhealthy. It was actually, that rumor of it being healthy was kind of some low-key racism from a scientist who was just like, ooh, I got a tummy ache after eating some Chinese food. And rather than him admitting that he's weak and and coward-made, he goes and says MSG is bad for you. MSG is bad for you, and just refuses to eat at Chinese restaurants and stuff like that after that. So it's that MSG is bad for you is based in pseudoscience. MSG is not bad for you unless you have an MSG sensitivity, and the vast majority of people on the planet do not have a sensitivity to it, and at the worst, you'll get headaches from it if you have a sensitivity to it. But for the flavor, I think the trade-off is worth it. As someone who is lactose intolerant, I eat ice cream regardless, because what am I gonna do? Miss out on flavor? What, you want me to not enjoy life? Anyway, 1 teaspoon of MSG, and the MSG can be found in the form of Ajinomoto, which you can find at international markets. It's in the red and clear bag, or you can get the red and white bottle called Accent, and it's in your seasoning aisle, and they have this I've seen it at Dollar General, and I've seen it at Walmart. Accent is 100% nothing but MSG. There is no other ingredient in it, so just get Accent. It's super easy to find. And then salt and pepper to taste, and some crushed red pepper if you want to make it a little spicy. I forgot the paprika on this on this list. I put a little bit of paprika in it because it helps the seasonings penetrate through into the potatoes, but potatoes usually don't have that problem anyway, so I guess it's not entirely needed. But the paprika does give it that little red color that I like. And then optionally some shredded cheese and sour cream for the individual bowls. And then the directions I've probably posted on screen already. I've probably been cycling through them this whole time. And then it ends with, your house probably smells really good and you're really hungry, so go ahead and eat it now. Dip toasted bread in the soup to fill up even more. Anyway, make sure you follow my IRL channel where I post cooking videos if you want to see me cook this soup in a video. The channel is called Sera for Real. You can see it on screen. I'll also link it in the description and comments, but out of respect for the cookbook, you won't see the beef stew recipe anytime soon. So again, you can find the cookbook at bit.ly/Furries in the Kitchen. The cookbook is planned to stay up indefinitely, so you can get it anytime, but I think you should get it now because I said so. I don't know. But I'll be plugging this in a couple of videos in the future in case you do forget. So thanks for watching. Bye.